guys, that's your Commander today, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Today we're going to take a look at a champion who really is epic, but he looks like a common. He looks worse than a common. But the good news is he's actually really, really good. And it's Ulrig. Ulrig, some shout outs. Anthony looking for an Ulrig guy. We have Sinister Llama looking for an Ulrig. We have Pandorica Lost. We have Steve. I can't read the whole message, but somewhere in here, I guess. Oh, Ulrig. His artwork seems simple, Simon, but his damn kit looks sweet. Have you reviewed him? Well, now we have. Sergeant Talk 6. What the frig? Ulrig, bro. Ulrig. Let's take a look at this dude. All right, guys, so as I mentioned, he's kind of a laughing stock. I feel like somebody missed their assignment at Plarium headquarters. They were like, oh, shoot, I was supposed to have an epic champion ready to go, the whole design. Well, I was working on this common. I was looking on this new Bannerlord common. Let's just make that Eolfrig. Nah, I'm obviously kidding. Not every champion needs to be, like, spectacular in this game in terms of the complexity. And I will say, the back from the back, man, you're looking pretty good. Work with that mama gave you, bro, Eolfrig. No, I really like the design here on the back of the cape or whatever. So that's pretty cool. I mean, look at those intricate patterns. Honestly, like, I'm not even joking. It's actually pretty dang cool. I like the attention to detail there, just not here. Anyway, he's an epic support champion. He has interesting stat line. He's got 991, almost 1,000 defense, 1233 on the attack, and 16k on the HP, 100 on the speed. What does this tell me? It tells me average for an epic. On his A1, he has a base. Attack one enemy has a 40% chance of placing a decreased attack for 2 turns. Not a high land rate, but not a bad ability to have the big version decreased attack on his A1. On the A2, Flow of Morale. It's a 3-turn cooldown when booked. I think that if you make the decision to invest in this guy, he's definitely worth booking. Again, he surprised me. He was a lot better than I expected, both damage-wise, but just general utility-wise. Damage, considering he's a support, keep that in mind. He's not meant to be a nuker, but he can be a really good support damage dealer for your team. So an AoE on a 3-turn cooldown, 100% chance of stealing 1 random buff from each enemy. Also places a big version of Continuous Heal on all allies for 2 turns. So Continuous Heal is a great heal. He's a very competent healer. And then stealing 1 random buff from each enemy might not sound like much, but before Sun Wukong came along, this would be like the 2nd or 3rd best buff steal in the game, behind Samar Gem Cursed, and not much else. That's how powerful this is, you know? Stealing buffs is really good. All right, on the committed offense, 4-turn cooldown when booked, fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%, and places an increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. Nice little ability there, turn meter boost, an essential buff for the team, great. And then perdurable. I actually pride myself on my my vernacular here on the channel, and I've never heard of that one. Perdurable. Let's look it up. Perdurable, enduring continuously, imperishable. I like that word. Well, there you go, guys. You learned something today, haven't you? Removes all decreased attack debuffs from all allies at the start of this champion's turn. Well, that's really good. Because if it was just him, it'd be like, okay, a nice little add-on. But it's decreased attack removed from everybody. So basically, you're decreased attack proof as long as Eolfrig's on the team. At least, you know, more than one Eolfrig turn. And then we have speed in all battles by 15%. Hey, it's a 15% speed aura. Nothing to get super excited about, but he is an epic. It's pretty good. The amount of areas, I mean, all battle auras, I don't need to tell you guys, that's the only aura that you can use in Cursed City. So he's going to be a great aura lead option in epic-only content in Cursed City, which there's a surprisingly a lot of, especially when we get to Soul Cross, the more challenging stages out there. I know that I've used Eolfrig there predominantly as an aura lead as well in Cursed City, which I will show you in today's spotlight. Obviously, in areas like Faction Wars, he's going to be great. Let's take a quick look to see what hellhades.com says about this champion. They give him a 3 overall, and I respectfully disagree with that score. I can see why they may have, though. Maybe they judged him on looks alone. Or maybe it's weird because the kit does not blow you away. You're not like, oh my God, he's broken. But then you put him in battle and you're like, wow, he does like a little bit of all these things that I like, you know? He's stealing buffs, which is great. I mean, what's better than removing a buff, but stealing a buff? Sometimes they only have one buff and he steals them all. And then Eolfrig has all the buffs, you know? So that can be great. The continuous heal, it makes him a pretty competent healer on a 3-turn cooldown, right? The turn meter fill, the increase attack, the no decrease attack, the decrease attack on the A1, the speed aura. You add it all together and he's like the jack of all trades, master of none, which is actually pretty good in a lot of situations. So they give him Eternal Dragon a 3.5, Dark Fae a 3, nothing really exciting anywhere. They do give him a 4 in Clan Boss. I'm sure because of the, I guess, increase attack, decrease attack, you know, a little bit of healing. In the arena, they give him a 4. His multipliers, a 3.7 multiplier on his A1 is very good. Keep in mind, though, his base attack is not that high. It's the 1200s. He has a 3.2 multiplier on his A2. But again, a 3.2 on the A2 and a 3.7 on the A1. Like I said earlier, it's good support damage, right? That's about it. For blessings, they recommend Commanding Presence as an aura lead. Makes sense. Heaven Cast in the early game, Phantom Touch in the end game, in the late game. I have them in neither of them because I am incredibly lucky, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you my Ulrig build. I pulled myself a 6-star Awakening Ulrig. His name is EOL, right? There we go. All right. So good old Eolfrig, I have him fully awakened. So you guys know the rule of thumb. If I have somebody fully awakened that I'm not predominantly using in the arena, if I'm using them in the arena fully awakened, I'm 100% going polymorph no matter who it is. If I have a fully awakened for PvE content, 90% of the time, I'm going with Crushing Rend. I think it's the most broken 6-star awakening in the game. Where every single hit, I mean, look at this jump. The first hit ignores a percentage of defense 1% per 50 levels. The first 2 hits at 5-star ignore 1% defense for every 25 levels, right? But 6-star, this massive jump in value of this blessing. Every single hit suddenly will ignore a percentage of the target's defense 1% for every 10 levels. I mean, these mobs are like level 350 or whatever, right? In endgame content. Wow. Yeah, it's busted, right? So anyway, that's what I went with. If I didn't have that, I mean, obviously we talked about some legendaries. This is an epic, so it depends on the rarity of the champion as well. If I didn't have that, I'd probably just go Commanding Presence. You know, there's a case to be made for going maybe like just keeping him protected with Indomitable Spirit or something like that. Or, of course, going Commanding Presence. But personally, I like Crushing Rend, especially in this build. Partially fills this champion's turn meter whenever a debuff is placed, spread, or transferred onto them. Survival Instinct is another option that you guys could consider. If you have it fully at 6 stars, fills the champion's turn meter by 10%, no turn restrictions. That's pretty powerful, but it's still nothing like a 6-star Crushing Rend, is it, guys? Phantom Touch is also an option for you guys. So there's a lot of different ways you can go. If you want to try to get some utility out of this dude, I guess the only area that I'm not like thrilled about him is Fire Knight. I was going to be like, you can go Phantom Touch and Fire Knight. Probably not using Eolfrig and Fire Knight, to be fair. Either way, for Masteries, we did go with Helm Smasher. Now, I got to be real with you guys. I would go the same exact Masteries, but I don't think I would go Helm Smasher unless I had that 6-star Crushing Rend. Just trying to get that, you know, close to 100% as possible of ignore defense. I could even build him in Savage or Lethal because of that 6-star Awakening, but I want to give you guys a build that you can use anywhere despite how lucky I got on a Soul Stone, right? So I say all that to say this. On the offensive side of things, I would actually go with War Master, right? Everything else the same, but go with War Master. I did come down the support tree, and I picked up Lasting Gifts. Now, there's nothing wrong with considering going with Sniper, because on Sniper, we have a better chance to land the decrease attack on his A1 ability. But I like Lasting Gifts more because I like the idea of extending the duration of the continuous heals on that A2 ability, right? We also can extend the duration of the increased attack which is a 2-turn duration on a 4-turn cooldown. We'd love to have that as a 3-turn duration on a 4-turn cooldown. That's why I really like Lasting Gifts. To give you an alternate opinion, though, this is what they give him in General PvE, Masteries for Ulrig. Basically very close to what I just outlined. They did pick up the Master Hexer and Lasting Gifts, and they did recommend picking up, like Life Drinker and coming down and picking up War Master, as we mentioned. So that is an alternate build for you guys. I think that's absolutely fine to go with as well. All right, guys. So we talked about Mastery, we talked about Blessing, we talked about the build, kind of, sort of. I have him in triple perception. I'm not going to overcomplicate this dude. I want him fast, and I want a lot of accuracy, so might as well go triple perception on him. I think that's the best set for this dude. Of course, you could go like Reflex or Relentless, try to get those cooldowns down as well. I'm just not sure I would use my Relentless and Reflex gear on Eolfrig. Not that it's a bad fit, but we only have so much of that stuff to go around, and I want it on like the big difference makers, the Battle Khazars, the Contra the Cyclones, the Archer Queens, I can go on and on. Valkyries, Royal Guard, Geomancers, Anyway, I digress. I'm not going all-out attack on this dude because I want to keep him alive, right? It's important that we don't build our nukers, especially our PvE nukers or damage dealers or, hybrids like Ulrig, without at least trying to build some survivability. And the best place to get survivability, if we're talking sub 1,000 defense, even though we're right on the cusp, or sub 18,000 HP, the best way is to take advantage of flat stats on the accessories. So we have HP flat stat on the ring, we have crit damage on the amulet, and we have attack on the banner. We could easily go accuracy on the banner, but the nice thing about triple perception or triple accuracy sets, or mixing in a speed set, you can do whatever you want, obviously. Righteous set, all works, right? The nice thing is, though, if we go triple accuracy sets, accuracy or perception, then we can afford to go attack instead, because we're getting 120 accuracy just from the set bonuses, not to mention the 15 speed, right? Anyway, attack on the banner. I have speed on the boots. I have attack percentage on the chest, and I have crit damage on the gauntlets. I want to stress one more time for you guys, going attack percentage on the chest is a luxury. It's certainly not mandatory, right? Going HP percentage, I think is a fine option, or defense percentage. I would go HP is a fine option as well, because he's no good to us if he's dead, right? We went crit damage on the gauntlets. I want to stress, though, you can go crit rate on the gauntlets and just build him tankier as well, right? Again, his total stats are going to be 46, almost 47k, 2,500. For me, for endgame content, this is an endgame build, so we should be talking about endgame content. I really don't want this dude with any less than 40k minimum HP and anything less than really 2,000 bare minimum on defense. I'd ideally like him a little bit even tankier, like a 50k and closer to 3k on the defense. But for where I'm using him, I can keep him alive, and that's the litmus test for you guys too, right? Where are you using these champions? Can you keep them alive? If the question is yes to that second question, or the answer is yes to that second question, if you can keep them alive where you're using them, then you can start to migrate some of those defense or HP stats to attack instead. All right, so stage 6 of Cintranos. This is tough, man. This is a very, very tough stage. And I think that Luria is naked. Let me see. Luria, I maxed just for this stage. And I have to say, I am a big fan of Luria, guys. Hopefully you don't mind if I throw something on her really quickly. She's not totally naked, just missing a weapon, that's all. Let's just throw the first thing that we have here. Oh, it messed with her crit rate, huh? Okay, let's pay some ridiculous silver cost to switch it up and make up for my mistake here. I actually don't have any very good crit rate stuff that's already maxed out that's not on somebody else. So we will just run with what we have for now, unfortunately. All right, so this is the team. Eolfrig, you can see him. My man's in the aura lead, right? He's got that speed aura. So wait till you see. I'm not going to show you this whole run because it takes a while, honestly. It takes a while. So bad luck on that freeze there. We can't land it on Leo, but we can land it on everybody else. Here he goes, guys. He's going to go in with we can choose the A2 or the A3. I'm going to open up with the A2 to do a little bit more damage here. And let's go in with the leech and the decreased speed. Yeah, great. I have a whole video coming out. You guys heard it here first. Whole video coming out on this one right here in the far left. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it will be on the main channel, and it's going to be a good one. Let's go ahead and take down Leo, because he's annoying and he's very strong. Then we can take down the Reviver, and then we can hopefully take down one of these two. Uh-oh. Two Samsons. We might have to restart this one. Nope. Okay. So now we're obviously not gonna burn our A3. We'll open with it next round. Ooh, Ulrig. Buddy. Hey, maybe we can get back to him right now. Let's see. The problem here is this first wave, unfortunately, is the easiest wave, right? Oh, did he miss a turn there? Ah, he was stunned. My bad. I totally missed that, even though it was right in front of my face. So here's the challenge. This is the most challenging wave. Look at this. We got a Prundar, a Conjoined, a Biggin, a Wuzgar, and another Biggin. We need to take care of the Conjoined twins there because we don't want them to... we want to get rid of their support, right? So let's go again with the... It's a tough decision to make, but I'm actually going to go with the... As much as I want... There's no buffs to steal yet. So I'm going to save it until I really need a steal, even though he could really benefit from the continuous heal. But I'm going to use the A3 here, I think. I'm going to have to give him a revive on death, or to give her a revive on death and her to kind of fix his HP situation, right? Let's go after Biggin. Uh-oh. Ooh, Biggin. You scare me. All right. So we're going to have to go after the Conjoined twins. I guess I lied, guys. I guess I will. Here he goes. He's already back. Look at that damage, man. I mean, that was really nice. I'm going to save the A2 here. And let's go after Wuzzy. Now I'm worried about Biggin, number 1 over here. Oh, Stagnite. Takes him down. All right, we're good. Prundar's down. A1 cycle. I lied. I miss you guys, even though I upload on 15 channels every day. So we're going to keep you with me. Now, ideally, we would have the AoE freeze off cooldown right now. It might cost me. So we have a Morrigan here. We have an Oxtrox. We have 2 LMAs. And we have a stupid Harvest Jack. I say that because Harvest Jack is really powerful and really annoying. So let's go and try to kill him first, right? All right. Morrigan's also powerful and annoying, but that would be my order here. All right, let's go in and grab a leech on everybody. Let's provoke everybody. Didn't provoke her. Morrigan with the heal reduction. I hate that. She's really good. I have a guide on her if you guys want to check it out. Let's AoE freeze here. I'm not going to lie. This is a lot easier than I remember it. I was like talking a big game like, guys, this is super challenging. But, I mean, sure, when I have all these champions in good gear, of course it's easier than I remember it. But, you know, he's still going to play a dang pivotal role. I have barely even used the A3, partially because even though the turn meter is great, I'd rather get a kill shot here on Oxtrox, right? We already have increased attack on everybody from Gizcard the Sigiled. So let's just go in there. That was a hard-hitting A1. 3.7 multipliers. Keep that in mind, right? So, yeah, man. I mean, listen, he's good in wave content, in progression content. He's good in dungeons. He's a good support, just generally speaking, right? Especially when you're going against wave content, whether it's in faction wars or in dungeons, anywhere, that you're going against those annoying waves that have a lot of buffs. We really didn't see him stealing buffs like he's able to. But, I mean, check out the damage. He did double damage the next damage dealer on the team. Or close to. Maybe not quite double, but Luria, Stagnite, Eolfrig, just doing a lot. You know, the heals on top of everything else as well, right? So he brings, as I said in the beginning of the video, he is the kind of the jack of all trades, master of one. And I really do think that's a you know, a good way to talk about this champion. Let me see if we can just really quickly steal some stone skin with this dude, right? Let's go. Oh, we can't put him on that team. Let's put him on. Oh gosh, this team is really fun, but that's a YouTube video coming up on the main channel. You guys aren't supposed to see that right now. All right, let's just put him over here. I don't know. Who's even our nuker on this team? Let's put him over here instead. Let's put him in for... We don't want him on a Madame Ceres Kymar team necessarily, right? because we want him to steal those buffs, that we don't want them all removed. Let's put Lady Mikage on the team just because she's right here. And then let's run this squad instead, right? Hopefully we go first. Just want to see if we can ruin UDK's day with this dude. Oh, he doesn't even have, look at that. Doesn't even have the whatchamacallit, the stone skin. Well, there's only one thing we can steal here, guys, and there it is. Let's steal it. Okay. Well, we can't steal it if we get rid of it, right? So that was a bad team to highlight, but let's just keep going in. You can already see though that his damage, even off those A1s, right? It's really not bad, you know? Guys, I've been trying to find a stone skin UDK here in the arena. I've gone to like 6 in a row with no stone skin. Finally. Whew. So this is a great use case for him as well, right? We can ally attack onto the reviver, right? Another great use case is in the arena. We'd have to jack up his accuracy a lot if we wanted to use him in the arena. But we can use him to steal away stone skin. We get a 50-50 shot from like a UDK. We just stole it right there, right? So now he has stone skin. We don't have to worry about UDK, who's the most popular arena champion in the game. This is another way that you could use Ulrig. You could build him with higher accuracy, like take off the attack banner, and instead utilize him just to steal stone skin away from whomever. Particularly UDK works really well because he's Force Affinity and we're Spirit Affinity. It's another use case for this champion. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed the guide. This guy's really good, I think. Let me know what you think. Am I overhyping him? Am I accurate? I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. And also keep the champion guide requests coming. Much love. And as always, take care, guys.